Are you facing an impossible situation in your life? There are a couple in my life right now where I have no control of them. Nothing I can do or say is going to change the outcome of those situations at the moment. And it's very challenging to be still and trust God when you've lived, I don't know, the kind of life I've lived where He has allowed hard things. He has allowed abuse. He has allowed homelessness. He has allowed situations that were traumatizing in my past. And then when there comes into my present something that feels impossible, maybe you can relate. As we're studying about how to be still and know God more, today finds us in Exodus 14. And in the book of Exodus, where we are in it, the children of Israel have just fled from Egypt. They've endured the 10 plagues, like in crazy, difficult situations where God protected them from hardship in a lot of ways, but they were still impacted by what was going on in the culture around them. And then they get out of Egypt, and God stirs Pharaoh's heart, hardens his heart, and he turns to attack them. And they are literally trapped between mountains on one side and a sea on the other side, and an angry, strong military force coming at them. And God says, "Be still. I will fight for you. This enemy that you see today, you'll never see them again forever. Just be still." And that word in this case is saying, stop worrying about this and stop complaining about this more than you are trusting God and believing Him for the victory. Which sounds so harsh because they are facing a literally impossible situation. And they've never seen God split a sea before. They've never seen God completely vanquish an enemy before, but they're about to. And that is the piece where I can say, yes, I can be still even in the face of these impossible situations, even as I wait patiently for God to move, because I know He has done impossible things in the past. He's done impossible things in my life in the past, hasn't He, for you? Aren't there things where you can look back and say, that had to be God? I didn't do it. They didn't do it. It could have been none other than the Lord moving miraculously on my behalf. He's done it before, so why am I struggling to trust Him right now? Why am I complaining about this thing, worrying about this thing, instead of just being still, knowing that God is bigger, trusting that He'll fight for us? He says He will, over and over and over, and we're going to see that as we continue our study of being still, of setting aside fears. He says, do not be afraid. Be still. Do not be afraid. Don't worry. Don't complain. Trust me. It's a challenge for us today as we think about practicing that stillness, trusting God and not complaining about the situation in front of us.